Hey, what's good, people? This is Holy Warrior Yancey, and I just gotta keep it real. I just gotta keep it real. It seems like marriage doesn't work. In so many ways, I want to call bull crap on it. And don't get me wrong, I always wanted to be a family man. I don't know what it was. Maybe because my biological father didn't really do family things growing up. And I know when I was young in the 80s, I got caught up in those Clark W. Griswold movies. And he was such a great family man. And I always told myself I wanted to be a family man when I grew up, you know. But looking at life and looking how the system is, marriage doesn't seem too beneficial, especially for a man. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing better than a husband and wife coming together raising their kids. That's the best thing in the world. And for those couples that stay for their kids and for the benefits of their kids, man, my hat goes off to y'all. Y'all are a dying breed. And personally, I think that couples should, endure, for the sake of their kids. I mean, minus that there ain't no physical abuse or something going on or multiple cheating, whereas though you're putting your partner's health at risk. But this is where I'm coming from with all this. I've been looking at a whole lot of the men going their own way videos on YouTube, and things are just starting to click. There's a brother on there called Soul Immortal, and his page is Immortal Minds. I mean, this brother is really deep. I'm really digging this brother's channel, and my man is just kicking mad truth. This is my take on marriage, and like I said, man, I'm a family man. Like, I believe in marriage. I believe in family. But I think marriage don't work. And this is what I mean. And I'm going to first go at people that do stay together. I look at my grandmom. I look at other older couples that I've seen that been married for over 20 some years or so. At the end of those marriages, there's just a whole lot of resentment. Mind you, they're still together, possibly because one believes if they divorce or whatever that they might not gonna make it to heaven or whatever. But these relationships that you see that make it to the very end, there's no real love in them. There's not. They sleep in separate bedrooms. They lust after others who aren't their spouse. They are highly flirtatious, you know, and they're just basically just waiting for the other one to die. And me personally, why even waste your time. Because personally, that's the worst. It's one thing to be alone, but to be in the presence of somebody and still be alone, that's even worse. And Lord knows, I know what that's like. Because I'm, been married and been divorced. You can be oh so close to somebody, yet be oh so far away. And this thing with monogamy. Can people really, really be faithful? And there are people out here that are faithful. Like me, I don't believe in cheating, and I've never cheated in a relationship. But it always seems like the person that can be faithful is always with somebody that can't be faithful. Another thing that gets me with marriage is why does everything really have to come down to the marriage? You know what I mean? Like, I seen a video that made perfect sense. You can be with somebody and you're with them. You're faithful to them, you loving them, y'all living together, whatever. You're all together. So after that ceremony, does it make you love that person more? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But people are so caught up in this ceremony and being certified from the state and all that other stuff that people fail to see the big picture, man. And I hate what marriage is today, especially in today's world where they're really trying to eliminate the middle class. It's straight up the haves and the have-nots. So if a brother is struggling, he really got to give up 3 months worth of income to prove that a woman that he's been with for years, that he loves her. And then there's so much stuff that goes into a wedding. You know what I mean? And you feeding everybody, and some people want to go ahead and have drinks for everybody. And you're wasting all this money on photographers, and you got to get a tux, and she got to get, a dress in it. It can't just be any dress, and, this big cake and all this other stuff. And it's like you're wasting all this money that really could benefit the marriage, you know what I mean? That really can benefit your relationship. If y'all got kids or need to pay bills at home or whatever, man, that money can go a whole lot better if you saved it and used it for yourselves rather than feeding people and having, give alcohol to people, and a lot of these people probably don't even give a damn about you or your marriage. You know what I mean? They come and celebrate with you and probably just there to get some food, get some liquor. You know what I mean? Probably don't even give a damn about you whatsoever. But you wasting money for this big day that could go for better use. And I say that because money problems is one of the major marriage killers. And then it always a point where no matter what good you have in the relationship or marriage, You know, the other person not guaranteed to make the other person happy. You know what I mean? It's not. There's guys out there that really take care of their women, and they're not happy. There's women out here that do things to make a man happy, and they're not happy. You know what I mean? People get bored with each other. You know, people stop appreciating each other. You know? I mean, life is just life. And like I said, marriage is not really beneficial for a man anyway. You know? Because in the court system, the man's going to get wrung out. And a woman knows this. All she has to do is go to domestic relations, and that's it. That's it. Next thing you know, you got to pay money to spend time with your own children. How are you going to give the court money to make arrangements to spend time with your own children? And the crazy thing about it is you can still be married. That woman can still go to domestic relations and still take you for child support. Like, the system is really just to benefit women. It benefits them more than us. Whereas though, if you just have a relationship and things don't just work out, you can just walk away with what you had. She can walk away with what she had. And mind you, y'all got kids, and hey, let child support do its thing. But all that alimony stuff, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't know. The whole system is against marriage, man. The whole institution of marriage is just attacked by the enemy, and I don't know. But this MGTOW thing is really making a whole lot of sense to me. Men going their own way. Because I just don't get it, man. I've been in relationships where when I love with all my heart, and when I gave. And then once I hit those hard times, you know, the women got amnesia. All the good things that I gave, the things that I done for them, all that stuff, it didn't mean nothing no more. Because I could no longer provide. Or couldn't provide as they thought they deserved, or whatever, you know what I mean? Or it was never enough. And that's the whole thing too. Sometimes our human nature is crazy. Just sometimes your all is not enough, and sometimes people just aren't satisfied. You know what I mean? It's like never enough. It's like never enough. You can give your all. You can do everything in your power to make a person happy and do for them, and it's never enough. Though I understand, though, well, we're not meant to fulfill each other. You know, only God can fulfill us. But I don't think I'm gonna stop there. So I don't want to say none that I regret, because I'm in a relationship, and for the most part, I'm happy. You know, great woman. But I'll be lying if I said I'm not scared. But anyway, this is Holy Warrior Yancey, and this is my MGTOW video. Take care. God bless. Feel free. You know, if I said anything wrong, or you know, you can give me a video rebuttal. Leave something in the comments. Let's talk about this. Take care. God bless.